Hey, Lakerland, Duncan here. First and foremost, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and message or comment below. So let's talk some 2018 and a little bit of 2017. Let's build our roster. So here we go. I think the very first piece that we need is to build our center position. Okay, to me, there's only one clear candidate to do this. We're the Lakers. We have a ton of money. We want to go after the best center in the game. And that center just happens to have bird rights this season. I believe we need to trade. We need to make a deal so we can get him in and go over the cap using his money. Here's what I'm talking about. Now imagine DeMarcus Cousins as our center, as our big man. Okay? He's a vast improvement over Brook Lopez. So let's talk about how we get DeMarcus Cousins this season. What we do is we call up the Pelicans and we offer Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, and the 2020 first round pick. Now, immediately the Pelicans have Jordan Clarkson and a 2020 pick for future building upon with Anthony Davis. That's pretty decent. Plus, they can come to terms with Julius Randle. That adds to them. That's a solid team. In return, the Lakers get the best big man in the league, arguably, who can score 20, 30, 40 points a night, can rebound, block shots. I mean, this is Brook Lopez 5.0. Suddenly, we have one of the best centers in the game. Okay, but that's only as good as our starting center. We need depth. So, the next thing we need to do is we need to go to a guy in Dallas who nobody wants, a guy who we could probably pick up fairly inexpensively. Our backup center next year should be Nerlens Noel. Here's a guy, we can go to Dallas, we can trade Dallas Tyler Enos, who's having a pretty good season right now, with Zubac, and possibly 2018 and 2019 second round picks via Chicago and Denver. Suddenly we have Cousins and Noel as our 1-2 centers. Noel's a guy who can block shots, attack the rim, finish at the rim with fast breaks. He adds to our pace. He can come off the bench and just increase the speed of our game. He, along with Cousins, could create a dynamic duo as our center position. But let's not forget that we also have, in the waiting, Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant has a lot of youth, a lot of potential. He blocks shots, he attacks the rim, he can even shoot. He has the potential to be a solid number 3 center or power forward for us next season. I believe that rounds up one of the best center 1-2 punches in all of basketball. Okay, now let's go to our power forward position. As you know, this guy, Kyle Kuzma, has been having an outstanding rookie season. He's shown the ability to rebound, to score at the hoop, to play defense, and to shoot. Especially shoot. He is the Lakers' outside shooting. One of the best three-point shooters on the team, if not the best. And the future starting power forward for this Lakers squad. And again, Lonzo Ball absolutely loves feeding him. So this is an ultimate. He's a solid number 4. And then after, below him is Larry Nance Jr. Okay, here's a guy who can come off the bench, excite the crowd with monster dunks, alley-oops. His rebounding's improving. His defense is improving. Suddenly we have a solid 1-2. Okay, now with Brook Lopez, we need to trade Lopez this year to get back into the first round. We can try to go to a playoff team looking for some solid veteran leadership at the 5 spot, and we can trade to get back into that first round. A mid to a higher first round pick for Brook Lopez, and we could use that pick to grab another forward. So, with our 4 and 5 position set, let's talk about the number 3. Let's talk about small forward position. For us, the future at small forward for the Lakers is Brandon Ingram. Here's a guy who's continuously improving, showing the ability to play defense, to play multiple positions. He can attack the rim. His shooting is getting better, needs to improve a little bit more, but he consistently is improving, and he's starting to become a real star in the NBA. If he can continue growing the way he's growing, it's a matter of time before he's compared to some of the best players in the NBA. So, with that being said, let's talk his backup. With Corey Brewer being gone, I think we need to go out, get a mid-level free agent. I think we need to go get somebody that loves defense, somebody that's played in LA, that flourishes on a 3-and-D style of defense, and that's an upgrade from Corey Brewer. To me, that man is Trevor Ariza. Okay, I know not a lot of people might be high on this guy, but here's what Ariza brings you. He brings you defense. Lots of defense. This is something every backup second unit needs, is a guy that can come off the bench and stop opponents' runs in their tracks. Okay, so with that being said, we got Ingram, we got Ariza there, and again, we got a rookie that could play, there, or you can even keep Deng around, maybe stretch the contract and pick up somebody else. Who knows? But if you choose, you can have, your number 1 and 2 there is Brandon Ingram and Trevor Ariza. And at the very least, you got Lou Deng still there too, who I believe they'll stretch and waive. So, let's talk now. Now let's talk shooting guards. We got one of the best centers in the league. We'll have solid depth at the 4 and 5. We have a solid roster at the 3, 4, and 5. I believe that Paul George can be, at this point, swayed away from OKC. I think he sees this young roster as a bunch of guys he can build around. He sees a lot of talent on the team, especially with DeMarcus Cousins in the paint and Noel coming off the bench. Suddenly, this is a really good unit. Now, again, backing up one of the best defenders and scorers and players in the league, we would have Josh Hart. Josh Hart's continuously improving. He's shown his ability to play defense, his ability to shoot very well. He's attacking the rim. He's got a lot to grow on, but he's a solid backup for Paul George. And Paul George plays so many minutes that it works good. That works really good. And again, Josh Hart continues to improve. So now, bringing up the third spot at the shooting guard role is Vander Blue. Okay, here's a guy who is a D-League MVP. He's played several times for the squad. He's young. He's got a lot to grow on, but he can score. And he can come on and play some decent minutes. And he can score. That's the thing to remember. He can score. Now, with the 2, 3, 4, and 5 spot all set, let's talk point guards. We already know that the Lakers starting point guard is going to be Lonzo. We already know Lonzo Ball is the star, the future of this franchise. His ability to push the pace, to pass the ball, to find open teammates, to shoot, to score, to rebound, to play defense. He's going to develop into one of the better players that has played the game. He's going to be a great basketball player. And he's also going to be the reason why guys like Paul George and DeMarcus Cousins want to play for the Lakers. His ability to find them open will increase their scoring massively. And suddenly the Lakers have a starting unit of Lonzo Ball, Paul George, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and DeMarcus Cousins. Now, to back up Lonzo, I went out and I wanted to get a guy that plays a similar style, a veteran, somebody who can play defense, somebody who also loves to pass the ball, and who can come off the bench and do it well. I picked Rajon Rondo. Okay, now I know a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy for this, but if you really think about it, Rondo can teach and mold Lonzo into a lot of good habits. Rondo is a veteran who's been around a long time. He's won a championship, but most importantly, he can teach Lonzo little fine intricacies of the game. He can help Lonzo to the next step. I believe that's a vital piece that every good team needs youth and veteran leadership. And when you're talking about a second unit of Rondo, Hart, Ariza, Nance Jr., and Noel, you're still talking a pretty solid second unit. Okay, and every good team needs reserves, and that's why we got Alex Caruso. Okay, we haven't seen a lot of him, but we know the guy can pass. We know he likes to shoot, and he can push the pace. He's young. He's got a lot to continue to grow, but that's my idea on the roster. That's who I think will be in the 2018 Los Angeles Lakers roster. I think that team would kick a lot of other teams would win on a lot of other teams. That's a playoff-bound team, and it's potentially a contender. Okay, you've got depth, you've got talent spread all over the roster. That team could be outstanding. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below. Let me know what you think. I love hearing. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Lakerland, Duncan out.